Hi all, so welcome back to our vision board. So today we want to discuss about the describe the cloud service and type. It is an important concept in the AZ-900 exam, so you need to focus on. So whatever the concept I mentioned, this is important. Definitely you want to focus those concepts because you will get a tricky question from that side. We need to discuss the cloud type, infrastructure. Infrastructure are services and platform are services, service are services. These are the three different category you can see here. Yes, so you need to know what is the difference between these three. So infrastructure as service means most flexible category of the cloud services. For example, if you want to, you are in a system, you need to migrate the system to the on-premises to the same infrastructure. You can uh, take up or you can set up as an infrastructure as services because you are responsible to everything else installing the operating installation, configuration and maintenance, network configuration. So because when you are more secure, don't want to give it into the cloud, then you can set up the infrastructure survey. That is the first thing we want to know. Then so that means the maintenance, storage, everything you are responsible. So that is the first thing in the infrastructure services. Then pass as services, platform as services, because we are giving a platform, middle ground between the renting a space in a data center, because we are taking a space from the data centers. So here we need to know some kind of thing we can provide it from the cloud and some we can do from our side. For example, they also maintain the operating system maintenance, middleware, their configuration, that kind of thing will maintain from the cloud system. Okay, in past scenario you don't have worry about the licensing and patching all the operating system and database, because we need to upgrade from one system to another. So when the update are happening, it all are maintained by this Azure cloud. So that is because rest of the things we need to know, what are the things need to cover, so that we are under control, our we need to control. And the operating system and maintenance and their databases and their upgradation, that kind of things we'll do from the Azure cloud. So that is the pass. Then SaaS, software as services. Software as service is the most complete cloud service model. Okay, that means fully cloud service model is the SaaS. So the product perspective, with the SaaS you are essentially renting or using the fully developed application, because like a product we are using or renting fully developed product into our system. For example, we are using this system or like ADF, so that is like that, because everything are already deployed in the cloud. We are renting for a particular project or particular duration of the project, that's it. So that is the software as services. And yeah, while SaaS model may be least flexible, it is also easiest to get up and running. Least flexible because they already assign some operating system, some kind of storages when we buy this item from the cloud. But it is easy to get up and running. Okay, easiest to get up and running, require least amount of technical knowledge. But in the we compared with the infrastructure or services, we know we need to set up all the system like operating system and maintenance, storage, everything we need to know. But here we are not responsible for that one. It is easy to set up, so that is the difference. Then normally companies are using this one. So that is the one thing you want to know. Identify appropriate use cases of each cloud services. Then we already know these are the cloud services are there. So when which cases we want to use this one, this is also you can get a question from the ASET 900. So first one, lift and shift migration. You are standing up a cloud resources similar to your own perm data center, then imply the moving things from running on perming to the SaaS because we already have on-premises system, because in your company your project is maintaining some data in your on-premises system. Okay, there is no connection to the cloud services. So that time, because that much of confidential that data, so that time what you can do, you can buy a infrastructure or services, then host it. Okay, then the same effect you get like a on premises, but get more flexibility or advantages of the cloud. You got the point, right? So that is the one thing. And testing and development, if you want to test something in your own company, you can use these kind of because in this particular setup only you want to test. For example, you in the product based companies, in some kind of product test, for example cloud or printers, so definitely they are testing in particular environment only, don't want to connect with the outside or internet. So that time kind of situation we can use the infrastructure services. Then pass means provide the framework that developers can build upon. The customize means partially it is taking the data from the cloud, because it is using the advantages of cloud, plus it is maintaining our control. So that is the one thing. Similar way to create an Excel macro, pass lets developer create an application using the inbuilt software component, analytical and business intelligence tools. So that thing we can use for this pass. Then SaaS means emailing, messaging, business productivity application, finance expense tracker. These are under software as service. They are providing software, already infrastructure, OS maintenance, cloud storage, all are available. We are just using, or we are just installing what are the softwares are there, so that for our particular purpose. So that is SaaS. That is important. That is the difference between each one. You need to identify what are the things where we can use it. Then describe the Azure architecture and the services. So regional, regional, this also you will get a one question. Regional pairs and sovereign regions. Normally what I will tell you, Azure applications are region means in a geographical. For example, India is the country, so there are multiple regions are, or data centers are there allocated. Or the US, West US, East, West US, so West and North US, right? They already uh, divided based on some kind of wider area. So that time what we can do, we can get the availability of these centers. So that is the regional geographical area. Planet contain at least one. Okay, so they are multiple paired. They can, most assured regions are paired with another region in the same geography, such as US, North US, I think North US and South US, Europe, Asia, at least 300 miles away. So they are the 300 mile is the their geographical area second, because one data center or one region, geographical region is the Asia. Then next one after 300 mile it will be like Europe, right? So due to this due to the spread of their Azure cloud, they will highly available. So that is the thing. And for example, natural disasters will come. Some region may destroy you due to the earthquake, disasters, or tsunami, power outage. So that time what we can do, we can transfer. Already one region store the data, the same pair of that data stored in the nearest data center of that particular region. So that will save the data, and that will help to, once the shortage or once the region is destroyed, it will, we can transfer, we can easily available data from the another region. So that is the availability, that is important. And describe the availabilities on, you will get a one question from here also. So region availability is on a physically separated data center. For example, India, I think 3 or 4 data centers are there. So I'm not sure right now, we need to check. So data center occupied with the independent power. Describe the data center. Means a data center means a physical architecture or physical infrastructure the Azure can occupy. That is a group of servers who help you, because for example, I will tell you, you know, a computer contains CPU, RAM, everything for a single computer, but we need lot of data when we process the item, right? So that kind of huge efficiency servers are saved in a one place, one building, one all building it is saved. Okay, so whenever we require, we connected our computer, connected the internet to that particular building servers, and data are available. So that is called a data center. Don't be confused, that is called a data centers. Azure data centers, another world where we can, because based on, because some kind of data are very confidential and we need to save the data in multiple places, because any disasters or any thing affected in the particular region, we can store the copy of data in another place. So that is the thing. Then resources. Describe the Azure resource and a resource group. A resource is basically a building block of Azure. Anything create or provision deploy in a resources. Virtual machine or virtual network, database, cognitive service, all are considered within the Azure. Resource groups are simply grouping the resource, because resource group means, resources means what are the services available in the Azure, that is called a resources. Resource group means what is the difference. For example, one resource group is migrating one project to one, A is the project from one place to another, so that is the resource group of a first. So that need maybe sometime that need ADF and Databricks and Azure Synapse, so that is the particular, for that project A we have a separate resource group. And the dev environment, test environment, there is a separate resource group. Project A has both the dev and test, then that needs separate data resource group. So that is the grouping of the data based on a particular purpose, that is called a resource group. I think, hope you're clear. Then describe the subscription. Azure subscriptions are managed